It's like you willingly wake up on a Sunday morning, head to church, and then get pissed off when the preacher references the Bible. Like, what did you expect on the origins of species? Hello again, and welcome back to another one. And today we have quite the entertaining topic to cover. And following Rolling Stone review of Music to be Murdered by Side B, their review is getting roasted on the internet, even by readers. And contrary to what you probably believed upon reading the title, this has nothing to do with the fact that they gave the album 2.5 stars. In fact, here's an excerpt from one of the top comments under the review. Given the tone and commentary, I'm surprised the reviewer even gave 2.5 stars. The author seemed to lack a personal opinion because they haven't bothered analyzing the music itself. I guess premonition really was a premonition. And I'll reveal why this review has been getting slammed on social media, but we'll start with this reference.
I think reviews have lost a lot of their importance. First of all, you can't listen to an album and rate it in a day. It's just impossible. And the nuances, all the instrumentation, all the words, what is being, said in the music.
As we dive in, if you enjoy content like this, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and find me on social media at ETLifestyle_web. So from the get-go, to be fair to the reviewer, this dropped 3 days after the album dropped, but evidently the reviewer wasn't spending the weekend working on the review due to some glaring errors and lack of understanding of basic lyrics, and this was why the review got slammed. From the get-go, the reviewer came out the gate complaining about the visuals in the music video when this is supposed to be the deluxe album review, and dropped factually wrong takes like this. At another point in the video, Eminem dramatically removes his face covering in order to breathe onto the camera, a disturbing visual. At no point in the video did Eminem remove a face covering to do that, but hey, down low it says, "Journalism that matters, music that inspires," subscriptions from just $4.99 a month. Jokes aside, we've not even got into the worst yet. At the start, the writer quotes Eminem. They say these bars are like, you get him right off the bat. And the writer quickly switches to fact-check mode, ignoring the context and even Eminem's own words that started with "they say," and adds it's a reference to widely debunked theories about the source of the sort of thing you might read on Facebook. And I was like, whoa there, journalist, but the fact-checking wasn't done as the writer continued about Eminem mentioning another quote-unquote now discredited drug. All these were at the start of the review, and I know reviews are personal opinions, but when this is from a publication with clout like Rolling Stone, readers expect the reviewer to at least know a thing or two about the genre in the first place, and not flat out misquote/misrepresent lyrics and scenarios. And before we continue, based on the start of the review, here's a popular comment that breaks it down. I would never ask a golfer's opinion on the nuances of professional quarterback play. I would never ask a podiatrist to evaluate the skill of an orthopedic surgeon. Similarly, I would never ask a journalist to give me a breakdown or analytical evaluation of bars. I read this review strictly for entertainment purposes. As usual, another music reviewer recruited by the easily offended completely overlooks the supreme wordplay. You can't expect a fair review from someone that has no idea what they're listening to. If the start of the review wasn't all you needed to know about the writer's hip-hop knowledge, here's more to get you up to speed if you wanted to give the benefit of the doubt at first. Although it has now been edited, this was in the review initially. It's hard to understand why exactly we need a side B of Music to be Murdered by in the first place. The original, which arrived at the top of our year of discontent, was Eminem's follow-up to Revival and found him leaning into a confoundingly defensive position. And this is coming from a professional review up on Rolling Stone. But I get why these major outlets don't want to remember Kamikaze. They were dishing it out for so long and got comfy and couldn't take it when Eminem dished it back. And on this, a popular reply stated, "The original Music to be Murdered by was a follow-up to Kamikaze, not Revival. You missed an album there." I continue to be floored by 1. The fact that music review writer is a compensated position, and 2, the deep, and I mean deep, dislike that modern press has for Eminem. Side note, I bet the reviewer isn't even a hip-hop listener, and I'd add that the reviewer gave this fact away when they started fact-checking bars on Gnat while completely missing out actual lyrics, context, and double meanings. Even a friend, a nurse who's not even a fan, called me up to ask if I heard Eminem's new song, explaining how he was clever with the bat bar, like also getting hit with a baseball bat and all, but we get this from Rolling Stone. Reviewers complain that Eminem is putting out the same thing over and over, yet whenever a song leaks on the internet, fans can actually pinpoint to the era that it was recorded. But one thing that we can agree hasn't changed is how they review his albums. One user even adds this under the review. This review is the sort of one-listen trash that we can expect from music journalists. No effort to understand deep and nuanced music. Instead, we get the same old complaints which have been pervasive about Eminem since 2010. No proof, just a lazy reference to other lazy reviews and a quote from a line 3 albums ago. Over on Reddit it was the same, and under a thread about this another user added, "Just read this, I'm pretty sure they listened to 2 songs and spent 10 minutes writing this," and another echoes the same point. This is actually an embarrassingly poorly written review. Even aside from the score, it's clear it was written in contempt for the musician and without much thought. Many hip-hop artists dropped deluxe albums for their fans to enjoy in 2020, artists that didn't even come close to Eminem's demand in 2020, but we have a paid quote-unquote professional finding it hard to understand why exactly we need a side B to music to be murdered by. You can't make this up. Comment below and see you on the next one.